Hefner had two bring up 5 or 6 girls each in their cars.
With this case, these freak-off parties, they're not freak-off parties. There's a lot that happens. There's life-size wheels. Nobody tells them Denzel Washington. We tried to back up. We've tried to tell you everything that we can, and now we have people. You actually have to starve yourself, because when you have to do those type of jobs, you can't eat.
Former assistant to Sean Diddy Combs speaking out in a new interview with new allegations about wild parties and you.
All right, y'all. Brace yourselves, because what I'm about to tell you is not for the faint of heart. Imagine an underground world so dark, so twisted, that even Hollywood elites don't want you to know about it. Well, guess what? The feds just dropped receipts, and Diddy's freak-off mansion is way worse than we ever imagined. From underground tunnels to secret rooms and allegations that will make your skin crawl, this story is only getting started. So y'all remember last year when the feds raided Diddy's mansion? Baby, we thought we had heard it all, but now the pictures and documents from that raid are out. And let's just say, it's giving Jeffrey Epstein 2.0. Allie Carter, the woman who has been blowing the whistle on this madness for years, wasn't just telling stories. Turns out her horrifying allegations about what went down in that house.
With this case, these freak-off parties, they're not freak-off parties. There's a lot that happens. There's life-size wheels that people attach children to and spin it and decide who's having in what way. We're coming to the party. Yeah, instead of that, there's children. They call them party favors. Okay.
They weren't just rumors, and now, with actual proof surfacing, Diddy's carefully curated empire is crumbling fast. Now, before we get into all the receipts, let's take a moment to remember that this isn't just another celebrity scandal. Real people were hurt, real victims were silenced, and the truth is finally coming to light. So let's break it all down, from the dark secrets buried under Diddy's mansion to the Hollywood elites who are now running scared. Y'all, it's worse than we thought. According to the newly released details, not only did Diddy have rooms dedicated to his infamous freak-off parties, but he also had underground tunnels. Yes, you heard me right, tunnels. These tunnels weren't just some high-end rich people thing. They allegedly led to hidden spaces where underage individuals were kept against their will. Now, Allie Carter has been telling us about this for a while, but people really started paying attention when she spoke about the victims being ignored. She straight up said,
Victims. Nobody. The victims' lives get turned around when the lives want to just get announced. You slap them on the wrist and you bring up every source of trauma for the victim. But nobody wants to stop and think about that. We're not talking about the victims that are still going through this right now with other people who are running to cover their.
Nobody ever thinks about the victims. Nobody. She's been trying to expose this for years, and the internet, well, they did what they always do. Turned it into a meme fest instead of actually listening. But now, the truth is hitting hard, and those who doubted her are starting to connect the dots. Now, if you think this is just some isolated situation, baby, you haven't been paying attention.
It was called Pig Night, but we as butlers were always told to not call them pigs. I don't know why he called them pigs.
Allegedly, Diddy was inspired by none other than Hugh Hefner. Yes, the Playboy Mansion mogul himself. See, back in the day, Hefner reportedly held these pig nights, where Hollywood elites would rate women, make them undergo medical checks, and then send them off for rendezvous with celebrities. And guess what? Diddy allegedly took that whole concept.
He locked me in containers with his shipment of kids. There were kids in there that didn't speak English. There were kids.
And twisted it into something even darker. Except this time, it reportedly involved kids. Not only that, but insiders claim that during these events, the victims weren't allowed to eat. Why? Because Diddy and his associates didn't want them throwing up while being forced into disturbing situations. And if that wasn't bad enough, some of Diddy's associates allegedly had, wait for it,
really mad at you. And if that is a fetish for someone, they use that to their advantage. So if you throw up on someone, you will have to eat it. If you shit on someone, you will have to lay in it. There are celebrities that are a constant.
A poop fetish. I wish I was joking, but according to sources, they would purposely feed boys food that would cause them diarrhea just to fulfill their twisted desires. Y'all, I am sick. So now, let's talk about what the feds actually found during that raid, because let me tell you, it was worse than.
Really witnessed violence. Yes, There was one particular night that he came up to me and gave me a long list of items that he wanted. Baby oil and Astroglide.
Any of us expected. According to reports, law enforcement officials discovered over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Yes, 1,000. Narcotics and substances used to control victims. Secret rooms designed for freak-off parties. An underground tunnel that allegedly led to the Playboy Mansion. And that's not even all of it. The real kicker? The feds also found hidden cameras, which Diddy allegedly used to secretly record people without their consent. Victims were reportedly drugged and recorded while engaging in activities they had no idea were being filmed. This is literal criminal enterprise behavior. Now, this is where things get real messy because big names are getting caught in the crossfire.
The victims that are still going through this right now with other people who are running to cover and deleting their social medias. Pink, Megan Fox, Tyra Banks, Steve Harvey.
Allie Carter didn't just expose Diddy. She straight up called out major celebrities who were allegedly involved or complicit. She mentioned names like Tyra Banks, Megan Fox, and Steve Harvey, all of whom conveniently started fleeing the country when the heat turned up on Diddy. And let's not forget Russell Simmons. He pulled the exact same move when he got exposed, running to Bali to escape U.S. jurisdiction. So when y'all see these celebs suddenly deleting their socials and catching international flights, best believe it ain't just a coincidence. If you think the story stops here, hold up, because it gets even crazier.
Alright, so y'all remember when I used to be cool with Diddy's son, King, right? It's crazy to see what I see he getting locked up for and to see all that shit that they posting right now because it's certain shit I seen firsthand experience. So boom.
A guy on TikTok who claims to be R. Kelly's estranged son recently spilled some serious tea about what happened to him at Diddy's mansion. He said he used to be best friends with Diddy's son, Christian Combs, and would frequently sleep over. But one night, he accidentally walked into a freak-off event, and Diddy saw him. And instead of kicking him out, Diddy reportedly made him watch two men together, asking if he liked what he saw. The TikToker also claims he saw Meek Mill, August Alsina, and Soulja Boy walking out of one of these rooms. Now, what's really sketchy is how Soulja Boy just went online, denying everything. But baby, if you were there, you were there. The internet never forgets. So, what's next for Diddy? Well, his trial is set to happen soon, and baby, this is going to be bigger than anything we've seen before. The authorities are not playing around, and best believe more names are about to drop. Some folks are still skeptical, asking why Allie Carter's allegations weren't taken seriously earlier. But let's be real.
Or with their own anything, with their hands or whatever, they can say, I didn't do anything. Because I them with the stick. Nobody's talking about the stick. So therefore, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. That's how people are getting away with it. Why isn't anybody demanding the names of the celebrities? Why aren't the attorneys? Why are you protecting people who didn't dare protect the child?
Powerful people will do anything to cover their tracks. And now that the feds are involved, the truth is finally unraveling. So tell me, do you believe Allie Carter now? And how do y'all think this trial is going to go down? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to watch my other messy deep dives. Trust me, you don't want to miss this tea. Ooh, chilly. I need to process all of this, but don't go anywhere because I've got another wild video for y'all. Click right here to check it out.